Well, it's a very funny thing, crypto. So I became a fan of crypto, and to me, it's an industry. I view it as an industry, and I'm president. And if we didn't have it, China would, or somebody else would, but most likely China. China would love to. And we've dominated that industry. It's a big industry, by the way. In fact, when the stock market went down recently, crypto and Bitcoin and all of that went down much less than anybody else as a group. And we've created a very powerful industry, and that's much more important than anything that we invest in. We invest in it, but really that was an industry that wasn't doing particularly well. I got involved with it a couple of years ago, and before the second term. I got involved before I decided to run. I only decided to run because I saw what was happening, and Biden was incompetent, and the administration was crooked and incompetent. And I was in Bitcoin then, not knowing if I was going to do it a third time. So it's become amazing. I mean, it's the jobs that it produces. And I notice more and more you pay in Bitcoin. I mean, people are saying it takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. And it's a great thing for our country. So I don't care about investing. You know, I have kids and they invest in different things. They do believe in it. But I'm president, and what I did do there is build an industry that's very important. And, you know, if we didn't have it, China would. Okay.
Sir, Mr. President. It's fascinating that Israel reportedly used AI with its drone program inside Iran to find leaders and high-value targets. How would you use AI for that? Can you just help me?
Yeah, so it helps with sensors and identifying a lot of graphics and satellite imagery. You know, before it used to take a long time to comb through as a human a lot of these images to make sense of them. Some of them are high quality, some of them are really low quality. And so AI can help discern and start to make decisions from these types of technologies. And, you know, you bring up a really interesting point with Israel. And if you look at how the United States and Israel has collaborated, if you look at the deals that the United States recently announced in the Middle East following President Trump's trip to the region with Saudi Arabia, with the UAE, with Qatar, all of these shaped around artificial intelligence and defense. It's the reason why these types of partnerships and alliances are so important, because not only do we have to be really good at the tech, so do our allies. And so if we're all consolidating around American-led tech or allied tech, we'll have a force multiplier advantage.
It's very concerning, Michelle, at this point. I mean, it could be, I guess it's like anything. It's a tool that could be used for immense good, but it could also, with China or Russia or other places, it could be really serious if we don't monitor it.
That's right. I think we're seeing artificial intelligence and a number of emerging technologies reshape not only the battlefield, as we're seeing in the case of Iran, but the domains of power stretch far beyond the battlefield. The battlefield's also information, it's also financial, it's also commercial. So from a kinetic perspective, we're seeing it take place. We know our warfighters are using artificial intelligence to ingest a lot of information, make decisions a lot faster. Israel has been using it to prioritize targets in Gaza. Ukraine has been using it for some time in the fight against Russia. But, you know, just look at the information space. Iran has been using generative AI to develop fake content and propaganda within its closed media environment to suppress dissent, to shape narratives there. That's information warfare. And you can go down the authoritarian list, as you said. You know, if you look from a financial perspective, the PRC has strategically been deploying capital into our markets, into our U.S. and allied tech companies to have access to our IP, to our emerging technologies, to have undue influence in our markets. That's financial warfare. Commercially, you know, you'll recall a few years ago, Russia Ransomware shut down JBS. It was the largest food supply, meat supplier in the United States. That's commercial warfare. So warfare is taking place on the battlefield in different ways thanks to artificial intelligence, but it also extends to all of these other domains. And technology is a cross-cutting thing. So for the United States, the big imperative is we just have to be better at the tech. NVIDIA is a really good example. What's powering the AI revolution and the tools that are reshaping the battlefield? It's NVIDIA's chips. 30 years ago, they started out as a company wanting to do 3D graphics for gaming and for multimedia. Meta is another really good example. Started out as Facebook, and we just saw in the news a few days ago they're going to be partnering with Anduril on augmented reality and virtual reality for combat technology. AWS was an internal tool for Amazon, where we're doing our online shopping. Now they're helping with cloud infrastructure for DoD. And so in many cases, These things started out as commercial first. They're being applied now to the battlefield in really interesting ways. But that's a really interesting call to action for a lot of business leaders, innovators, and builders who aren't necessarily in quote unquote defense tech, but everybody has a role to play in ensuring our technological advantage and in many cases our advantage on the battlefield.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And make sure you join the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're hitting the Cash App. Also, go like and follow the TikTok. More videos to come. And we have Trump again on crypto. The United States had to beat China. And Bitcoin takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. And we don't hear Trump saying anything about the beating the dollar is taking. But again, Bitcoin was a narrative in order to sell this new digital economy. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have AI and drones. All this technology that the masses are going to be using, we know the military used it first. Because all is going to be used as surveillance. No more crime unless you want to go straight to jail. And guys, remember, GPS. GPS was used by the military. And now when it comes to your cell phone, you can be tracked whether it's on or off. All this technology is definitely going to be used for surveillance. You can go outside, see the cameras everywhere. And these cameras have timestamps. And then also, they can see inside your car whether you have tint or not. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And our biggest corporations are teaming up with these defense companies. And then also, when you look at a lot of these projects, these crypto projects have also teamed up with the defense. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have Trump on tariffs and says he wants the inside of India and China. And guys, we know for a fact that's not happening. The two sides have already been created. We have the BRICS nations, of course, that includes India and China. They play the Hegelian dialectic for the sheep, but we can clearly see that two sides have been created. So when the drums get to beating, and remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, and we have the labor market will just keep getting weaker and weaker. And remember, guys, they haven't even started deploying all these AI agents, all the robots, algorithms, and drones in a big way just yet. That is right around the corner. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have crypto becoming mainstream news on a daily basis. Now they're trying to push crypto when it comes to mortgages. Remember, these digital assets and the digital asset technology is going to merge with this legacy economy. Only thing that's going to happen, everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. The same exact products, just digital. And this is how you tokenize the whole mortgage industry. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have PCE data, inflation moves up. But of course, the mainstream media ignores it. Every single number that we've received when it comes to the economy has been bad. But of course, stocks just keep moving up. That's just because the algorithm. These algorithms are undefeated. The only thing you have to do is look at BlackRock's Aladdin. But eventually, the economy is going to break. But they want these big corporations standing. And that's why these stable coins are so important. They want you sitting at home getting free money while the machines are the new slave. But we know from history, if you allow the government to feed you, they're definitely going to starve you. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Because he knows, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
India, I think we're going to reach a deal where we have the right to go in and trade. Right now, it's restricted. You can't walk in there. You can't even think about it. We're looking to get a full trade barrier dropping, which is unthinkable. And I'm not sure that that's going to happen, but as of this moment, we've agreed to that, go into Indian trade. We're going to be trading in China. That's going to come a little bit down the road, but we're going to be trading in China.
And then I think you're going to start to see some weaker employment numbers going forward. And you've already seen, we're approaching 2 million people with continuing claims, right? And that doesn't mean that companies are laying people off. They're just not hiring at the pace they were before. And just by, year over year, that'll start to slow the actual growth in the economy.
And the Trump administration taking another step to integrate crypto into traditional finance. We're talking housing. FHFA had Bill Pulte posting on X, quote, after significantly studying and in keeping with President Trump's vision to make the United States the crypto capital of the world, today I ordered the great Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to prepare their businesses to count cryptocurrency as an asset for a mortgage.
Plus the Fed's favorite inflation gauge, PCE data, Treasuries, Rick Santelli. Just do it, Rick. Tell us what you got.
Yes. May income, spending, and all the inflation numbers. And there are surprises here. Personal income, which really has been quite strong throughout 2025, takes a bit of a hit here, down 0.4. We were looking for a number up 3 to 0.4. This would be the first negative number going all the way back to September of 21. And that's where we comp this to, SEP of 21, when we were minus 0.6. Now, if we look at spending was down 0.1. We were expecting up 0.1. That equals where we started the year at down 0.1. To find a bigger negative number, you're going in the Wayback Machine to Feb of 21. Now, if we look at real spending, of course, it's going to take a bit of a ding. Question is how much? Down 0.3. We're expecting this to be near unchanged. This would be the second negative number on real income
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books, It's Time to Re-Educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tanya save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tanya save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tanya goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.